Namaskaram everyone, this is Vishwaksen and welcome to Vaka Talks, where we talk about mental health and emotional well-being in different kinds of relationships. Let's start a series on Devi Mahatmyam. Well, we are not going to be like a super fast express just touching important stops and try to finish it in the Navratri. We are going to explore many more aspects of it, and we are going to take a longer ride. There's nothing wrong in it. Devi will forgive us for it, for talking about her for longer than the 9 days and dusting off our hands. So let's take our time to explore Devi Mahatmyam, also called as Chandi Saptashati or Durga Saptashati, because there are 700 mantrams in this text. The Devi Mahatmyam occurs in the Markandeya Puranam in Swarochesha Manvantra. So let's talk about the Swarochesha Manu when we talk about Alatsani Peddana's Manu Charitra that talks about him. But here let's talk about Devi Mahatmyam, where Markandeya Maharshi tells, let me tell you the story of Savarni Manu. Savarni Manvantaram is the next Manvantaram. We are currently in the Vaivasvata Manvantaram, and the Indra in that Manvantaram is going to be Raja Bali, the same Bali Chakravarti from Vamana Puranam and Sagar Manthanam. So let's talk about the story. Whenever, in whatever case, in a Purana or all the sacred texts and literature that has been preserved, when people talk about Manu, it's not just a single character. We are talking about everybody. After all, we are Manushya, Manava, Manushya, named after Manu. So the story of Manu is basically story of every one of us. The incidents, the circumstances, the problems that the Manu we face in our day-to-day lives, everyday lives, and the way they dealt with it, and the way that they got help, is everything talks about how we need to take care or handle the different things that are thrown our way by life. So also remember this, we'll come back to this. In every time, in every Purana, the names of the characters are very important. So the first name that we got here is Savarni Manu, and remember that name. We'll come back to it at the end to uh, to decipher the hidden meaning behind it, because Manu barely makes a presence in the story. There's just in the beginning and at the end, and throughout the story there's nothing talking about Manu, but it talks about everything that we go through, everything that Manavas and Manushya, so the we go through in day-to-day lives. Talks about a lot, and it is very important to explore these texts to help our own mental health, because these are the problems that we face every day. We face with each other, with everyone in our lives. So the story goes that there is a king named Suratha. Remember the name Suratha, who has lost his kingdom, and he escapes and he enters the forest, and he is worried. He is very worried. It's like because he lost his kingdom. He uh, what happened of a lot of my kingdom, my ministers, my people who used to bow down to me. What happened to my elephant. Well, he had an elephant that he took care of, he raised, and he used to feed regularly. Well, the elephant would not eat unless he himself would feed it. And uh, so there's a lot of things that he lost, and he's morose, he's melancholic, and he's he's reliving his uh, his purva vaibhavams, who his uh, all all the luxuries and all the power that he experienced, and he's mourning the loss of the power and loss of everything that has happened to him, all his losses. Sounds very similar, right? It's like we go through this. Some things that when we things we had when things were when times were good, and when we lose something, when we fall into misfortune, something, uh, we face some hurdles. It's very similar to what we face whenever an attack comes from outside. When we lose our position, we we have been enjoying a certain position and we lose it, or we we lose a contract, we lose a job, we lose something. So external problems created by external circumstances, that by people that we do not care, we do not bother about, we do not worry about. So he is very morose, and this is an everyday problem to each one of us. A lot of uh, people say like, oh, it's like they are wrong, they have done something to me, I have not done anything, my boss uh, is traumatizing me, my boss is not compassionate. Yes, things are wrong, yes, the relationship needs to be a two-way and everything, but these are everyday problems. So let's not look at it as some random one person in a different manvantaram, and not even applicable to this day. It is applicable to this day and time, as if it is happening to you and I. So these are the problems that Suratha is facing. Suratha is facing these problems from external factors, and Suratha embodies all the problems that we face through external factors, people that not are like not our parents or kids or and some others that we are related to, and we have a connection to, a bonding towards. And Suratha is worried about his elephant, his people, his ministers, and everything. Actually, he's actually mourning losing of his position, not their situation, because the elephant will be fed, the people will be ruled, they will not administration will happen, things will go as usual. During regime change, even if we have a change in power, a different party gets elected, things don't change much. Sometimes they do, but most of the times, more or less, things go in the same way for regular people. It is it most affects people who lost the power, because they have a very large shift in their lifestyle. Their people are no longer coming to meet them and asking them to solve their problems, and uh, so this change in power primarily affects our sense of position. So the Suratha is troubled by problems due to external factors. So let's put a pin over there. Remember, Suratha is talking about problems from external forces that he is not related to, he is not closely connected to. And tomorrow let's talk about Samadhi's problems. He is another person who Suratha meets in the forest. So we'll talk about Samadhi's problems tomorrow. If you like my content, please hit the like button and share your experiences in the comment section below. And please share my videos with people you feel would benefit from my content. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Until we meet again.